What's happening, YouTube? This is Mike from the Hardcover Comic, and today I wanted to take a look at another custom bind I've got in my collection. It is also my image series of the week. This is God Hates Astronauts, the complete collection, collecting all 10 issues from the Ryan Brown series. This was an Image Comics title I purchased the custom bind for. I did not have this made. I picked this up at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City a couple years ago. Got it from the Houchin Bindery booth that they had, and it's pretty cool. It's my only graphic cover book. It's got a pretty sweet spine. I love the design of it. Very much matches the issues inside and the content as well. On the back here, you got these great little quotes from like reviewers. A lot of them are hilarious. There's a bunch of these throughout the issues of the story. So it's really cool. It's adds a nice little touch to to the book itself. But taking a look inside here, I had this actually sketched and signed by Ryan Brown, that same Comic-Con. He was there as well. Of course, Ryan Brown, you guys may have seen doing artwork on Curse Words and the current Quantum and Woody mini series. So it's great. He wrote and drew this series. It's fantastic. It definitely reeks of his personality, which is hilarious and full of charm. So it follows this group of heroes with very silly names, very silly characters. You have 3D Cowboy, who's the narrator, and some of these characters work for NASA. So you've got Stargrass, Starrier, Gnarled Wilson, the Impossible, the Anti-Mugger, Dr. Professor, Kraymok, and you get to see a villainous tyrant king named King Tiger eating a cheeseburger, who, after the death of his son, decides to declare war on Earth. And we get to see these characters in the crazy world they live in, the crazy relationships they've got going on. Stargrass is a former character. You get to get some background info on how he became Stargrass, as opposed to Bluegrass, and then I think it was Star. I forget what his name was, but the world is completely insane. There's like a babysitter where they pretty much call in a new babysitter from a different multiverse every time to take care of their child Starlina. You see Gnarled Wilson start losing his mind as he's taking these tablets. Within the books, you actually get these background stories for the character called the Impossible. Something happens to her within the first issue, and then you have these mini stories at the end of each issue following what's happening with her afterwards. Like I said, I got this bind pre-made, so there are some ads in here. I think they used the trade paperbacks from what it seems like, but I can't 100% confirm. Either way, I love this series. The characters are ridiculous and hilarious. And that the story is overall, the whole plot line is silly, but you actually do have a plot occurring throughout these 10 issues. There's a lot of family interaction, a lot of friends, a lot of empires and cows banging each other. You do also get these one-page goofing with gnarled stories where they are sort of continuous, where he's basically getting himself into a whole bunch of trouble. And it's sort of used as advertisements for products. You also get to see the same thing with Kraymok, as he does something very similar, and they're these like advertisements for mints and stuff like that. It's really funny. There's a lot of charm and a lot of personality in this book and in this series itself, and it's a hilarious title, completely hilarious, action packed as well. And with the artwork by Ryan Brown, you get a lot of detail, and you get to see, of course, his visions made reality, right? This is his universe, his world, his story to tell, and him being able to do all of it brings that out completely. And don't get me wrong, while the story is fun and silly, you do get a lot of background information on these characters. You see them sort of develop and progress. You get little bits of their history, a little bit of their future in some cases, and it's honestly just, again, a lot of fun. Here there's a chillin' with Kraymok story here, and you can see that environment logo at the bottom. So it's one of these one-page ads like you would see. You still do see it for like Snickers and stuff. Be warned, this isn't a story for kids. There's a lot of mature content, a lot of cursing. I don't think there's any nudity, but a lot of violence and a lot of really suggestive stuff. But I really, really enjoyed this series. I've read it a couple times at this point, since I picked it up at the con. One other thing, you do get to see Charles Soule pop in here, who did write Curse Words with with Ryan Brown on art, and he pops in as a narrator as well. And they just have this picture of him, and he just sort of narrates along with 3D Cowboy. It's fun. It's just so much fun. And you know, if you've had a chance to ever speak with Ryan Brown or hear him speak, you can tell he's a bit of a kooky and fun fellow. And you know, reading this title really brings that to light. I'm very excited to see what he does with Quantum and Woody coming up this year. And I can't recommend this series enough. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, but it's a great story too. It's got some morality lessons in there, even though it doesn't want to. It's got incredible action, an epic war that happens. You know, you have empires fighting against each other. You have a couple that's struggling to, you know, with intimacy issues and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's a lot of fun and a unique book that you probably won't read anywhere else. Which is why I love Image, which is why I love Ryan Brown. Let me know if you guys have read the series before. If you're interested in it, awesome. Always happy to suggest a new title to people. Be sure to subscribe and like the video for more content. You know, we post as much as we can. And be sure to check below for a link to Dr. Squatch for free shipping on your subscription. Thank you very much. This is Mike from the Hardcover Comic. You stay classy, Internet.